back. Goodfellas Sports TV. Appreciate everybody for checking in. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon button. Won't miss another video. And yeah, I hate to keep talking about this clown, but let's talk about Eddie Hearn. All right, man. Let's talk about Eddie Hearn. All right, the shit's over. You know what I'm saying? The shit is over for Eddie Hearn. You know, but before I get to that part, Eddie Hearn and AJ is really pushing for this fight with Andy Ruiz to be in Cardiff. They're pushing it for it to be in the UK. And if I'm Andy Ruiz, I'm not going to the UK. You know, I'm not taking a rematch. I'm not signing a contract. They can lawyer up. They can do whatever they want to do, but I'm not going to the UK. Point blank, period, man. We ain't fighting in the UK. And I say that because I referenced the Rob Brandt and Murata 2 video I did. You know, and in that video, I talked about how Rob Brandt had easy outboxed Murata in the first fight in Vegas. And all of a sudden, in 2 rounds, Ryota Murata, over there in Japan, beat Robert Brandt. Walked through all his punches. He was supered up, and after he lost to Rob Brandt, it wasn't like it was a lucky victory. He got outboxed for the majority of 12 rounds, and he was thinking about retiring. All of a sudden, they fight over in Japan, and this dude turned into Super Mario. So at the end of the day, I would, man. At the end of the day, I just don't trust those fighters overseas. And they gonna say, well, more Americans got. Of course, we got stricter drug laws or drug rules. You know what I'm saying? It's stricter. And if I'm Andy Ruiz, I'm not fighting over there. They can get mad all they want to. You can take me to court. I think that happened with Hakeem Rockman and Lennox Lewis, or somebody was saying, where, you know, somebody tried to duck out on the rematch clause, and it probably was Hakeem Rockman because he beat Lennox Lewis, and he had to go to court, and eventually they did rematch if my intel is correct. But they just take me to court. We can do it in court. At the end of the day, we just hold up the 3 belts in the division, and we can take it to court. Because I'm not about to win the titles in New York City, and then you go to the UK, and all of a sudden you get to let your homeboy cut corners. You know what I'm saying? You get to let him put that orange juice in the system. Nah, we ain't doing that. And Andy Ruiz would be a fool to go to the UK and fight Anthony Joshua. No. I don't care what the contract said. Eddie Hearn is it doesn't matter. Even if AJ win, right? If Anthony Joshua win, we all know he not beating Deontay Wilder. We all know he not beating Tyson Fury. We know this. Before this fight, you know, Andy Ruiz was one of the most underrated top 10 heavyweights. Nobody ever thought Andy Ruiz would hold a title. You know what I'm saying? He was a very, very underrated heavyweight. But now, you know, that he beat AJ, it wasn't that, oh, Ruiz was just the best kept secret in heavyweight division. Obviously, he was a best kept secret. But an indictment was Anthony Joshua wasn't that good. He got all this protection from the referees in the UK. He got protection from probably the drug laws, according to Dillian White and Jarrell Miller. Said that he got all these PED and testosterone exemptions. Yeah, well, how many exemptions he get versus Andy Ruiz in America? Probably not that many. Probably not none. So at the same time, for him, make the fight happen in the United States. It's called a world title. It's called a world champion, not the UK champion. You got to travel. And Anthony Joshua said he wanted to fight it in New York. Back in New York, the right is wrong. But for Eddie Hearn, it's already over with. He can get Dillian White in position. He can get Alexander Usyk in position. He can get AJ back. AJ is done. He done. And people say, well, you know, you say after one loss you're not done. True, it's how you lose. Anthony Joshua was a product of being protected in the United Kingdom system. UKAD protected Tyson Fury. They protected Huey Fury. They was protecting Billy Joe Saunders. So if they protecting them and they on the lower scale of popularity, you know some money being exchanged from you know, that side to the UKAD. You feel me? For Anthony Joshua. That's why he got here. He was so weak and all that stuff. Like I said before, Eddie Hearn is dead. Eddie Hearn is dying. Eddie Hearn is in hospice. He on the ICU. He in ICU. He on a life breathing machine that's breathing for him. He dead. It don't even matter how you slice the cake. Callum Smith ain't shit. He a good fighter, but he ain't gonna be big over the United States. Can he get past Can he get past Billy Joe? Can he get past Benavidez? Can he get past Caleb Plant? He trying to forego Plant and Benavidez and trying to go to light heavyweight. If you want to make a name in the United States, you got to beat fighters that are known commodities or they got, you know, that's United States fighters. You want to go fight Beevil. Don't nobody give a fuck about Beevil. Nobody know who Beevil is. Ghostvic. Nobody know who Ghostvic is. Beterbiev, Kovalev. You see Kovalev didn't do no numbers. You feel me? But at the same time, Eddie Hearn is just, like I said, it's over with. At the end of the day, if AJ get the titles back somehow, some way he win, we all know he gonna protect AJ. He gonna try to lie on Deontay Wilder again and say, oh, we really want to make the fight, and we offered Deontay, you know, way more than he's ever made before, and he's gonna do all that bullshit. We already know the truth. Anthony Johnson, yeah, I'm gonna get my Reggie Miller wrong. He was never a real champ. He was a chump. And I tell you that from the very beginning, that he wasn't no real fighter, and Wilder would get rid of him in 2 or 3 rounds. That's been my narrative from the very beginning. He's a chump. You know, but Eddie Hearn gonna try to continue to say his own apologists, his UK fan base apologists don't even believe what he's saying no more. They don't even believe in him no more. They don't even believe what he's saying. And it's unfortunate, you know what I'm saying? It's unfortunate for him that he could have just made the Wilder fight and then he could have been at peace and it could have been done with. But he want to sit around here, lie, prosper. Like, your word holds no weight. Nobody care what you saying no more. Or Ruiz will knock out Wilder. Your word holds no weight on either side of the globe. It's over. What AB said, shit's over. It's over. You had your day. You didn't even have your day. You had your little short period of time where people believed the stuff that you was popping off. You was supposed to have $1 billion. You got exposed as a fraud. You didn't have a Billy. You didn't sign nobody with that $1 billion that mattered. You didn't get a Charlo. You didn't get a Broner. You didn't get a Spence. You didn't get a Thurman. You didn't get a Swift. You didn't get a Deontay Wilder. Come on, who did you get? You couldn't get a Luis Ortiz. And now you trying to put Dillian White in position for what? To get his ass whooped? He a bum. He might not even win this weekend. You know what I'm saying? He come to America, he already popped top for something before. So you know he gonna be fragile or frail coming to America. Like, come on, don't waste our time putting this UK turd, you know, in the ring. Only thing gonna be satisfying when he gets slept. You know he gonna get slept. Anthony Joshua, he was get slept. Both of them ran from Luis Ortiz. At some point, then Ortiz didn't take the Joshua fight. Well, that is what it was. But Eddie Hearn, you on life support, boy. It's over with. You know, you trying to get everything, you trying to take everything back to the UK. That's what you trying to do. Let's have Wilder come to the UK and fight Dillian White. Nope. Oh, I think Ruiz should come to the UK and show that he got the balls to fight Anthony Joshua. Nope. No, Al Heyman tie that shit up where, you know, y'all, if Anthony Joshua ain't fighting, y'all ain't generate no money, not through boxing. Snookers and y'all management couple, y'all probably generate a couple of dollars, but, you know, it's just unfortunate that he just couldn't come here and keep it 100. Al Heyman gave him extended the olive branch to him. He let Kell Brook come over and get a fair decision versus he let him get a fair decision versus Sean Porter. You know, he let McDowell get a fair decision twice, I think, over Kamada. And then he want to turn his back. So, you know, it is what it is, man. It's Goodfellas Sports TV. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon button. Won't miss another video. Keep sharing the videos. And appreciate the love and support. We gone.